Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our commercial crew astronauts.
I think today the energy that we felt in the Teague Auditorium with everybody there surrounding the announcement was incredible. It's something I've never felt before, and I really think that the country and really the world is going to be behind us, and we're ushering this new era of American spaceflight. I really think it's just the beginning of a partnership with our commercial industries, and then as we look further beyond low Earth orbit, back towards the moon, and eventually to Mars.
Which company you got assigned to, or did they pick names out of a hat? How did that go down?
I'll take that one, Marcia. Only because I worked for Boeing. I didn't expect to be assigned to a SpaceX vehicle, but I've been working with that team for about 7 years now, ever since the space shuttle program ended. And this is an interesting time, of course, for Boeing, because of course their capsule is in the mix, but also the first time they're going to send a Boeing astronaut aboard up to low Earth orbit in the International Space Station.
Do you have a little competition going on between your two respective vehicles on who might get there first?
Well, there's always a little bit of friendly competition, between flights, but we're going to get to the space station safely, so it's more of just something that we'll rib each other about. It's not something that we're going to press the bounds to make things happen. We're going to make sure we get there safely and execute the mission that we need to do.
To restart human launches, U.S. launches from here?
No, honestly not. Like Chris said, when we got back from 135, we had a pretty extensive post-flight, but yeah, I think both of us, and probably Sandy and Rex, who flew with us, were just kind of thinking, okay, what do we do next? We knew we were the last flight of the space shuttle program, and so to kind of skip ahead now 7 years later and be up here as part of this group is a huge surprise and honor, and I'm glad to be here.
I think we all kind of recognize that the opportunity to fly first on a new vehicle is a special one. All of us went through a test pilot school program, and if you ask us while we were students there, I'm sure every one of us would have said testing a new spacecraft was probably the top of any list, given that opportunity that we would want to take a chance and be a part of. I think really, at least for myself, that aspect of being first and being able to look back on it in history is going to be something that I'll probably cherish after I've done it. But while we make our way to that point, we really do have a lot of work in front of us that I know that I'll definitely be focused on, and that's going to take up most of my brain cells as we march towards the launch date.
So one more time, round of applause for the astronauts that will be flying on the Starliner and Crew Dragon.